I'm ready to hear that. Congratulations. So hey lovelies, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're here for the first time, hi, my name is Hildah Anyango and welcome to my channel. So today's video is another media reset. I think last year was the first year I did a media reset, and this is going to be the second one. And this one is going to be a little bit different because it's going to be recorded. Actually, I'm going to start off the video today, but then I'm going to probably end it tomorrow. Basically, because today I'm starting off by actually checking off something that I've been putting off for a very long time. Yes, so I just finished my breakfast. It's currently a few minutes past. It's 11:30 a.m. and I'm about to start working on my report. Yes, that is what we'll be doing today. And I have been pushing it off mostly because I have anxiety that I'm going to do it wrong. So I keep pushing it off to a time when I feel like I'm going to do it well, because I am also quite of a perfectionist. So with that being said, to ensure I don't push it off, I'm going to try not to be a perfectionist, just do what I can, just do the best I can without striving so much to be perfect, just so that I can get it done with, because otherwise I'll just keep on pushing it off and finding other things to do. Actually, I already started it, it's just not done yet. So that is all we're going to do today, and the goal is really simple: just do what I can do without actually trying to be like perfect or sound so much like a professional. Okay, I am a professional, but then yeah, just do what I can do without being so hard on myself, because otherwise I'm not going to do it. And secondly, and not to push myself to finish it today. If I don't finish it today, I can always finish it tomorrow. It's not a matter of life and death. So hopefully I can finish it today, but if it's not possible, because I know it's a lot of work, so if I'm not able to finish it today, I can always come back tomorrow and do it. It's currently 4:40 p.m. and yes, I did take a number of breaks. At some point I felt really discouraged because there was a very important document that I could not find, and it almost just it almost broke me. But who am I? I am unbreakable. So yeah, finally I can say I have completed my report, and I am honestly so happy. I committed myself to finishing it, and I have. Of course, there's still a number of things I still need to do. I still need to proofread it and then do some final touches. As I mentioned, there's a really important document that I need before I can say I have completed my report. And so probably if I get it later today, I'll work on it for the rest of the night, because I don't really have much to do. So if I get it within the day, I'll finish it up probably before tomorrow. But if not, I'll probably, as I mentioned, I'll probably have to do it tomorrow. That being said, stay tuned for tomorrow, because we are going to be having a very interesting section of this media reset, because we're going to go through our 2024 goals and see how far we are and how much we still have to do to actually achieve our goals for this year 2024. And of course, this media reset is already off to a good start, because as I said, I put my mind to actually completing my report, and I can say it has been a success, and I'm so proud of myself. I'm so happy. Last but not least, I want to thank me, of course. Yeah, so see you guys tomorrow for the last part of this media reset. Hey guys, welcome back to the video. It's actually the second day, and I'm actually so happy. I'm so happy that I'm even able to actually record this video, because for a while I actually thought I wasn't going to be able to record today because it even rained, and as I'm sure you can tell from this video that the lighting is just not giving anything, but at least it's not raining now, so and for that you know the TikTok sound, yeah, for that I think I'm doing so fine. I think I'm doing so good. How does it even go? I don't know.
And I think for that, yeah, I'm doing so well.
If you follow me on TikTok, you've probably already seen that video. And for those who don't follow me, you can follow me for more fun content on TikTok at Hildah_Anyango. Yeah, so follow me on TikTok for fun videos, and also you can follow me on Instagram at hilda.anyango for bougie content. I don't know. Whatever, it's your choice actually. Anyway, so I'm actually so happy that I'm able to record this video, though it's late. And I went through the 2024 new year reset that I filmed in January, just to go through my goals and see what are the goals I set at the start of this year and how far we are. It's been 6 months, and that is why we are actually doing this video, which is a media reset. And so welcome to this segment of the video where we'll be talking about our goals, how far we've come, what we have achieved, and what we have not achieved. So without further ado, let's just get into it. So we'll begin with a review of the year, and as I've said, it's been 6 months, and a lot has happened. And well, I'm done with school. I moved out of my hostel, basically. That was a long time ago. That was in like February. So I've been out of school for a while, but then, as I mentioned in my New Year reset, one of the things that I hadn't done for my coursework was my industrial attachment. So immediately after I finished my final exams, that was in February, in March I started my industrial attachment, which I completed in May 30th. And for the past month I've been actually in Nairobi, but then a lot has happened. Like, let's just say a lot has happened that have not been the best experiences so far. So far this year, I don't really have much I can say. Okay, there's a number of things that I've actually achieved. Like, for one, I finished my coursework, both my projects and my industrial attachment, which later on in the video you will know they were part of my goals. And so for that I am so proud of myself. But then at the same time, it was challenging, even just finishing the projects. I had like 10 projects I was working on, and they were not easy. Okay, they weren't difficult, just as I said at the beginning of the year. They weren't difficult, but then the technicalities that went into their production was a lot and hectic and very complicated. And I'm so sure there's the documentary I did, that was one thing that cost me a lot of sleepless nights. And I remember I remember my lecturer saying how he's so happy to see that we are all back and in good health, and none of us are like, you know. But then I made the joke, like, none of us are like depressed. And I made the joke of like, ain't you already? Because yeah, literally it really messed up with my mental health. It gave me a lot of sleepless nights. I was so worried. most of the days I was so anxious. I didn't even know if I was going to be able to complete it. Let me say, even like by the time most of my classmates were giving the report on how far they've actually gone with their project, I was still looking for interviewees, and that was this year. And I had like very limited time, up to like I think like 2 weeks to the submission date. That is when I was actually getting everything done. And for me, I'd say it's a miracle because I was not seeing the way. There was no way. There was just the Red Sea everywhere. Literally, that was just not literally because it's it wasn't a Red Sea, but then I couldn't see a way out of it. Like I was at my last hope. Literally, I was like, I was literally on edge. Like I didn't see a way out of it, so I'm so happy that I was able to finish it. And also, of course, finding attachment wasn't easy as I thought it would be, but I actually finished my attachment, so that is something I'm so happy for. I've actually traveled to somewhere I've never been before once this year. I think I've traveled. That's so serious because I love traveling, and so that's so new to me. Like, maybe for the next 6 months we'll do some more traveling because that is so new to me. I've never. Okay, like I'm surprised that I've only been to somewhere I've never been before, like once this year. So wow, that's new. Another thing that happened this year was I got 2 opportunities to be a judge, and it's always a pleasure. Unfortunately, I didn't get paid for any of them, so those are the negative parts of this industry and the people I actually know. So wouldn't really want to get into that discussion now. I'm not ready to get into that discussion. I'll just have to leave it for another day. So let's get into our goals. I think I've talked about most of the things that have happened so far this year. So let's just get into our goals. And at the beginning of this year, I actually categorized my goals into 3 categories, and that was just for me. Maybe for you, you might think they belong in a different category, but for me, that's just how my brain wrapped around it. So let's see how far we are. We'll begin with the personal goals, and the first one is routines. And I've realized, and not just this year, even for the previous years, one of the major challenges that I faced when it comes to staying on routine is the fact that my life literally changes every other 3 months or every other 2 months. There's always something different happening. Like, for one, at the beginning of the year, I was in school, then I was at attachment, then I was not at attachment. So literally, all these 3 different things require different routines because in school I might have said wake up at this time, do this, but then when I was at attachment, the most I could get done in the morning was get to attachment, literally, and then spend the rest of my day at attachment. So I think that I've tried to make it work, but then it has not been very good. Like, there are certain things I haven't done in a long while, like exercising, and yeah, maybe we'll get back to that later this year. I don't know what else will happen in my life, but I'm positive that we'll get back to exercising because personally I love exercising. I love exercising, not okay. I don't know how to say it, but then every time I'm exercising, I'm always in good spirits, good state of mind, and the good state of mind is very crucial, but then good state of mind, good state of body and general health. So I'd really like to get back on that. But then, as I was saying, routines, I've really struggled with the staying on a routine. And I think what I've come to see is like how can I say this? Uh, the I've figured out a formula. Can I say that? I've figured out a solution to that problem, which is every time my life change, I have to actually change with it. And I know for someone who has anxiety like me, I know that is that is pushing it too close to the edge. And I know change is not my favorite friend, but then I've figured out the solution. The only logical solution to it is if the change happens, I have to change with it. Like currently I'm at home, so maybe I can change my routine to something that is more functional to me being at home. And when I get back to Nairobi, or maybe something else happens, like probably getting an internship, hopefully, pray for me, keep me in your prayers. If that happens, then I can actually change my routine to actually fit that, so that I'm not struggling to stay in a routine that is not working. My other goal was actually to read 24 books this year, and sadly, the only book I actually read this year is the one book I had actually read at the start of the year, and after that, I honestly don't know what happened. Okay, I started reading another book, but I have not completed, so I can say I've read 2 out of 24. So out of the 24, I still have at least 22 books to read if I'm going to actually reach my goal that I set for this year. So I don't know how possible that is, but then I'm actually at home and off most of the social media platforms. So I don't know, maybe I can use this time to actually read. Actually, that's my plan. To actually use the time I have to actually read rather than go on social media platforms like I would do, though that is a story for another day. We'll talk more on that another day. So yeah, I have 24 books to read. Not 24, 20. I have 22 books. 22 books to read. Another goal that I'm actually so proud of myself for is I've actually okay, the goal was to grow my savings, and so far so good. I've actually saved quite some money. Not much, but yeah, I'm proud of what I've been able to achieve. And yeah, and I think, like, moving forward, I'd like to define what success would look like for this specific goal. And I know it might be a really high target for me, because I don't really know how that will happen, but I'd like to actually double my savings, and that is what success would look like for this goal for the remaining 6 months, or just less than 6 months remaining. And yeah, I'd love to grow my savings, like, okay, not like grow, but like double them, because so far, as I've said, so far so good. So the most that is left is actually to even make it even better. So that is just, at least if I can double what I currently have, that would be great. So another goal I had was to do at least one community project, and so far, unfortunately, I haven't made much progress with it, though I am actually part of other projects that, okay, I can't necessarily be credited for, but then I'm part of them. So that is a nice way to actually give back to the community, though it's not my own initiative. It's still a way to give back to the community, and that is always my joy. But then I'd still like to do a community project that comes from me, like something that is my initiative, something that I come up with. But then, just as I said at the beginning of the year, that is not something simple. There's a lot that goes into it, and from the project I did last year, I know just how much that I know, like, I lived through it, and I know just how difficult it actually was to see it through. Though I'm glad I did see it through, and I'm hoping I'll be able to be committed to do one more this year, but then all that depends on the grace of God. Another fun goal I had was to finally learn how to do my makeup, but then let's just say makeup has not really been a major part of my life this year, and I don't know, maybe in the next 6 months I'll be able to do it, but so far I've flopped. I literally don't think of one specific day. Oh, there's the wedding. There's a wedding I attended. Yeah, I actually did my makeup for the wedding. So, and I think for that, I think I'm doing just fine. Yeah, like literally, I did my makeup on that day. So, if you ask me, it wasn't that bad. I'll try to find a picture or a video and insert it somewhere. So, how did I forget about that? I think that was the one time this year I actually had makeup on, and well, I did my best. And yeah, I can't say it was professionally done because yeah, it wasn't professionally done, but I think I looked real good, so I don't think I did very badly, but then I'd like to improve my skills. Yeah, so for the next 6 months, that is one thing I'm going to at least pay a little bit more attention to. Another personal goal I had set for this year was to learn Spanish, and I'm happy to report that out of all the years I've been learning Spanish, this is the year I have been committed the most. Like for the past 6 months, I have been so committed to it. Of course, there's a number of days that I actually missed out my on some of my classes, but then out of all the other years, this is the year that I have a badge for all the 6 months. Like, do you know how major that is? Because I think for 2022 I had like 4, then 2023 I had 2, but this year I have 6, and I think for that, and the year has not even ended. So the goal is to actually have all the 12 badges for this year, and I think for that, I'll be so proud of myself.
And I think for that, I'm doing so well.
Okay, I need to stop saying that. I don't know, it's just stuck on my head. It's just living rent free in my head at this moment. So I'm sorry, guys. Finally, for my personal goals, the last goal was going to the beach, and I love going to the beach, and I don't know if that is going to happen. Honestly, I don't know if that is going to happen, but as I said at the beginning of the year, if there's a chance to go to the beach, I am going. I am so going, but much of that is out of my control with schedule, logistics, and all that. But then if I get a chance to go to the beach, I'll be going. Yes, and now to my favorite category, which is the academic goals. And I'm saying my favorite category because hey, here I have been acing it. Okay, I had just 3, but then I think this is part of the category. In this category, most of my goals were just like for me to actually just to feel good, because okay, somehow I knew I'd be able to achieve all of them, but then of course there were like a huge mountain that I didn't know I was going to be able to climb over. So the fact that I actually did, I'm so proud of myself for that. And yeah, generally the whole theme in this media reset is just that I'm so proud of myself, which is a good thing, because hey, sometimes life is hard. You have to be your own cheerleader. So I'm here to cheer for myself, and I'm glad to say that I'm so proud of myself for my achievements. And now let's get into the goals that I actually set for this year. The first one was to complete my final year projects. Hey, as I said, they were quite a number of projects. I think I had like over 10 videos to actually film, the major one being the documentary, and that one was the most hectic. Not necessarily because it is something hard to do, but then much of it was out of my control, like getting interviewees who actually know what I'm talking about. So it was hard. It was really challenging and trying. It was a really trying moment for me. I remember being so out of it. Like it was just so stressful. At some point, I would just sit with my friends and tell them that I'm so stressed, literally. So I'm so happy for my friends who actually talk to me. Like I remember I actually have a friend that just knock on her room every other night and literally just go to her room so that we can just have a chat, so that I can release some of the stress I already had. We didn't even have to talk about anything important. This is something that can help me to get my mind off the stress that I was going through, and I'm honestly so grateful. I'm grateful to my friends who are there for me when I needed a shoulder to cry on, literally. So yeah, I'm so grateful to all of you. I don't know if I thanked you enough for your support during that time, and even those who actually assisted me during that time to actually in the production process, those who showed up for my interviews, those who acted as my camera person, those who supported me with the equipment I needed. I'm so grateful. I literally wouldn't have achieved what I achieved without you guys. And for that, all of the videos I actually worked on are currently up on my YouTube channel. So if you haven't watched them, kindly go and watch them. There's a playlist titled Health, and I think most of my videos are in that playlist, the ones I worked on for the projects. And there are also a number of videos that are not in that playlist, but you can just go and see the videos, and I'm so proud of myself for actually seeing them through, because at some point, as I said, I didn't see them happening because the time I was running out of time. Interviewees always a problem. It was just a lot going on. So I'm so happy I was able to do it. Another major goal I had for my academics category was to complete my industrial attachment, and I'm so happy to report that I actually did my industrial attachment, and I've mentioned that, and it wasn't easy even just getting the attachment, and I think it was all God's plan, because even getting the attachment, completing it, and the whole attachment was something different as well, because it was a good learning experience and I loved the experience. But then, as always, life has its ups and downs, so I'm so happy that I was able to see it through. And yeah, now I am just a few days or like weeks, a few weeks, possibly, because yeah, I'm a few weeks to my final goal, which is graduating from the university. Hopefully, we are graduating in September, and it might also be in December, I don't know. But then, whichever it is, I'm just so happy that I'll be graduating. I'm sure I will be graduating. Whichever it is, whether it's September or December, I know I will be graduating. So I am ready to hear that. Congratulations. So yeah, keep me in prayers, just as I said at the beginning of the year. Continue to keep me in your prayers. Hopefully I can graduate this year. Of course I'll be graduating this year. That one I am sure of. I'm just not sure whether it's September or December. So keep me in your prayers, and thank you so much for everyone who supported me throughout my university life. And last but not least, I want to thank me, because it has not been easy. The close to 5 years that I've been at the university, it's been ups and downs, but then so I'm so happy that I'm so close to the finishing line, and soon I'll be graduating. And now the final category, which is the work goals, and here I had quite a number of goals. The first one being to update my CV, and I was sure I was going to do that, to finish that soon, and I'm happy to report that my CV is updated. And yeah, that was a simple goal, and it feels nice to say that I achieved it. Though it was very simple, and I should have probably done that like 2 years ago, but then well, I'm glad I had it for this year, and it was done. I achieved that goal. Another goal was to finally create my modeling portfolio, and sadly I haven't done that. Let me just say this year has not been very good to my modeling career. Literally, there's really not much that has been going on apart from the 2 judging events that I did. Nothing much has been happening, and even that I didn't get paid, so it was not a really great experience. And hopefully for the next 6 months, something excitingly amazing can happen. Hopefully, I'm hoping for the best. Yeah, otherwise I'm yet to actually create a very good standard quality, like a good quality bougie, and like a real bougie and good quality portfolio. I'm yet to do that, and that is one thing I'm going to be focusing on in the next 6 months before the year ends. I'd love to have a really good, high quality, bougie, well done modeling portfolio, because I believe that is going to be a very vital thing in my journey, modeling journey, basically, for the next years to come. That being said, another goal was to participate in an international pageant, and I'd like to say this is not going to happen, though I'm not going to talk about much of it in this video, but I won't be taking part in an international pageant this year. Yeah, I was so sure this was the year, but then let me just believe God's time is the best. I'm trusting God that there's a perfect time for everything. Everything will always work out according to His plan. When the time is right, He will make it happen. But for now, it just wasn't the right times. Finally, on my work goals, actually I categorize this category as work goals. So my last work goal was to hit 1,000 subscribers. So I don't know what number of subscribers I had at the beginning of this year, but currently we are at 392. And because I don't know, not that I don't know, the notebook I actually record that in, I probably left it in Nairobi, so I have no way of knowing how many subscribers I had at the beginning of the year. But then I don't think I've actually gotten that much subscribers. I don't know how many there are, but then what I know for sure is that we haven't reached my target, and this is a goal that only you guys watching this video can actually help me achieve, and that is by you subscribing to my channel. So if you've reached this far in the video, I hope you enjoyed this video. So kindly like this video, because it really supports my channel. It helps my channel to be recommended to more people who will actually come and watch my videos, and when they actually watch my videos and like my videos, more people will be recommended for this very specific video. And then when you all subscribe by the end of the year, or even before the end of this year, I will be able to hit my goal of getting 1,000 subscribers. So thank you all so much to everyone who supports me. I really appreciate your support. I don't know if you guys, I think I say it, so I don't know if I say it just in my mind or if I even tell you guys, but it means so much to me to even have someone listening. Like right now, if you're listening to this, thank you so much. Like, I really appreciate you, and I hope you have already subscribed, because it means the world to me. So that is also another major thing I'd like to focus on for the next 6 months of this year, and hopefully before the end of this year, hopefully I'm crossing my fingers that before the end of this year we shall hit 1,000 subscribers. I'm choosing to believe that this is the year. I don't know. I know I've had this goal for so many other years, but then I'm choosing to believe that it's this year. There's no other year. It's just this year. This year. This is the year that we're actually hitting 1,000 subscribers. The other years, let's just get to 100K, a million, whichever. But this year, let's make sure we hit 1,000 subscribers. So ensure you have subscribed. Leave a comment, because that is how I know. Okay, it's not how I know you've watched, but then I'm able to interact with you through the comments. So if you have a comment, leave it down below, and you can also tell me about how your year has been going, what goals you have, what goals you've achieved, what goals you'd like to achieve. I don't know. And I'm wishing you the very best. I was wishing you blessings in this year, and of course, I wish you blessings for the rest of the 6 months remaining, or last a little bit less than 6 months remaining. I'm wishing you blessings and good luck in whatever you do. Remember to smile for no reason and give others a reason to smile.